and welcome back to the Style Chase. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is one of the spaces in my home that I use the most when I am enjoying this South Florida lifestyle, and that is the Lanai. And it's basically a living room that's outside, and we certainly put it to good use. We use it every day. We have a television here. It's set up basically like anybody else's living room, except it's screened in with a cage, so we don't have to deal with the bugs, but we can enjoy the beautiful weather. This morning's a teensy bit cool, but that's okay. By the afternoon, it's going to warm up. So I am going to I'm going to reach up and get my camera and take you on a little tour of the Lanai, and then we're going to enjoy a few minutes together. I went to the grocery this morning and bought bunches of fresh flowers so I can brighten up the inside of the house, because we all like fresh flowers. I just don't keep any fresh flowers or live plants inside the house because we're gone for extended periods of time. The ones that I have outside tend to do pretty well, especially if I make sure that I put them out where the rain can water them, and they just tend to last for quite a while. But if you're wondering why I am wearing white, it's because when you come this far south in South Florida, the triangle from Palm Beach, Naples to Miami is really considered cruise wear area, and so you will see those who are visiting and those who are living here wearing white year-round. And if you're wondering, this is an Annie Turban top. It's by Annie Turban Designs, and I'll put her information below. I just love these little tops. They're almost like a piece of art. Every one of them tends to be different, and I want you to know how cozy these are. They're nice and soft. It's not your usual t-shirt fabric, although it looks just like a tie-dye t-shirt somewhat. They're all different, but the fabric is made with a rayon in it, and spandex, which makes that spandex makes it more body conscious, although you can see that there's plenty of space in this t-shirt. I just love it though. It's very comfortable and it's perfect for South Florida. So if you happen to see them in the shop, try them on, you'll be surprised. And I think the website is AnnieTurbanDesigns.com, but I'll look that up and I will put it down below. So let's get started and make a few little arrangements, and then I'm going to tell you about some things that are going on in my life and catch you up a little bit more than I did last week. I put some water in it, but not filled up, because we're going to put the flowers in. And then if there's room, I might put a little bit more. And then we have these flower food packets that come with the flowers at the grocery. I never use it. I always just change the water every couple days, and it lasts just as long. It saves me a step. And I am making these arrangements because we are getting ready to have guests come visit. I love it when I have friends and family come down to South Florida and stay with us. I've shown you a video of the guest suite that we have, and I'll link that at the end so that you can see that. And I'm not crazy about these flowers. I may leave those out, but I'm loving that Tropicana rose. Isn't that gorgeous? I think I'm going to make that the center or the focal point of the arrangement because I just love it. And I don't ever put these leaves down in the water. It tends to make the water cloudy faster, so I try not to put any of those leaves in there. Well, let's take this petal off too. It looks like it has seen its best days. We'll take that off. And what I'm going to do is go through, pick out the ones I really want. Look at these pink roses. You know, I wanted red because I have red impatiens back here in the back. But the only flowers they had that were all red were roses. And I didn't want just a bouquet of roses. I wanted it to look a little more varied in color, but I probably should have gotten the roses. I could have put it in one room. But I like these little pink roses. They look like almost like wild roses. I have liming roses at our other home, and they're yellow. And I just think they're beautiful, but they don't last very long. Let's see. Let's take this leaf off also. There we go. Okay. I'm looking for color. Oh, look at this. Oh. This I love. It almost looks like thrush, but it's not thrush. There's another petal I'm going to take off. Makes that rose look really fresh. And I'm going to find something for height. Let's do this bright yellow lily. And I don't measure, I just cut, and if it's not short enough, then I will cut it again. But there we go. I wanted something tall in the center. And then that bright, bright color there. Then, oh, I got more roses than I thought. Look at these baby roses. I hear somebody on the golf course. We live on a golf course, and we get to watch the players every day. And the ones who wind up in the sand traps, you get to hear them. They complain. And it drifts across the lake. We live on a lake, and the golf course is on the other side, and the sand trap is on this side of the lake. And that's where we get to see all the action. I actually saw a golfer one day take his golf club and try to scare an alligator out from the sand trap. Instead of just going on his merry way, he took that chance of that alligator not going after him. I could not believe what I was watching, and I could not get a camera out fast enough to. I kind of saw him thinking about it, and you could kind of sense that because he had his club up. And he actually chased it. Yeah, there's a foursome across the way. So you might hear them talking. And I hear somebody's dog barking, of course, when I want to talk to you. Someone brings their dog out. We don't have a lot of dogs and cats in our neighborhood. So it's unusual to hear animals like that. This is some type of little berry that's really cute. And I forgot that I had bought some eucalyptus. I love the smell of eucalyptus. It's so wonderful. Oh, it smells delicious. So let's add that too. You may have to get a different type of cutters with this eucalyptus because it's really strong, almost like bamboo. But I do cut everything on an angle. Cut it at an angle like this so that it can wick up water and stay fresher longer. So we're going to take that. And you can hear golf carts across the way. Must be a huge group playing all at one time because they're coming in one right after another. I really don't like that one at all. I'm going to leave that one out. And I'm going to save some of this eucalyptus for one I'm going to make that's off-white. But I love these. It looks like purple baby's breath. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that here. I'm trying to make it taller in the back than in the front because I'm going to put it on a cabinet. The wall is behind, and it doesn't matter what is behind it, so I'm making it prettier on the front than the back, and I'm making it taller on the back than the front. And let's see. Oh, look, we have a sunflower. I didn't even know the sunflowers were still blooming. Let's make more of an angle on that one, like that, so we can wick up some water. I have just finished, a couple days ago, I finished this incredible book that I was going to tell you about. It is, let me read for it. It's called The Hunter's Husband, The Husband Hunters, and it's by Anne de Courcy. It is one of the books that I'm going to recommend to everybody, especially if you like history before World War I. It is during the Gilded Age. It's set in the Gilded Age. It tells you so much about the lifestyle and the entertaining style of the Astors and the Vanderbilts during that Gilded Age. And you will be surprised at how extravagant they entertained and how extravagant their wardrobes were. It is so detailed. The writer did an excellent job. It is, on the cover it reads, "A true account of the women who inspired Downton Abbey." So if you're a Downton Abbey fan, Vanity Fair says that this book inspired Downton Abbey. Or not necessarily this book, but the women, mostly women that you read about in the book. You do read about some of the men, but you will be absolutely blown away by the amount of resources they had for entertaining. There was no budget when it came to entertaining. And the women at that time, one of their social goals was to marry men who had titles, and they would go to Europe and find single gentlemen who had titles. They might not have had their wealth, but they could provide the wealth, and the husband provided the titles. And I was not aware of how much of this went on during this Gilded Age, but you will see pictures, and I might put some close-up pictures in here, of the jewelry and the clothing and the descriptions of some of the parties that they would give, and that some of the events that would last for days and days. And it is one book that I'm so glad I read, and if you get the time, I suggest that you read this, The Husband Hunters. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. Especially if you like history a little bit, or you like Downton Abbey, or you just like to read about the lifestyle of those who do not have a budget. But I have a budget, so I'm buying my flowers at the grocery. I think I'm going to wait on these green pieces. I'm not sure about that. I don't think we need them in that arrangement. I think I'm going to go with all flowers. Where can I put this? I'm so glad it's the season 4 awards, because I love to watch those. I watch every award show, and mostly just to see what everyone is wearing. And I like to watch the red carpet shows before that describe everybody's choices of clothes and their makeup. And how the fashion designers and stylists describe what everybody's wearing. I love some of the stylists that are on these shows. They have such insight into what is trending and what is not. But I'll tell you something I was really surprised at, and I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying it, but I watched Jennifer Lopez on the Golden Globe Awards show, and I was really disappointed in her dress. I thought if she has access to some of the best stylists in the world, and I just didn't feel that that dress was for her. She has a body type that would have allowed her to wear a much more elegant dress than that, or something that just seemed to fit her better. I wasn't happy about it. Of course, she didn't call me to ask me either, and she probably doesn't care what my opinion is, but, well, we can all sideline style, can't we? I'm a good sideliner. Now this I want short, because I'm going to put this in a bedroom, and I don't want a huge arrangement in the bedroom. This one is going on a cabinet. But in a bedroom, I like something that's much more petite and delicate, and I like the white look. It's very crisp looking, because most of our bedrooms are done in white colors and shades of white, and you can't go wrong with white. I do generally put, in one room that's all white, I will put a really bright pink orchid in that room. I do it almost every year because it just seems to stand out when you do that, because everything in the room is white except that bright pink orchid. And I'm trying to find, it's brighter than these roses. It's just really, really beautiful. And I have orchids that grow on my palm trees that I just can't wait to see when they bloom. I have a beautiful one blooming out by my dining room now. It has orchid, the petals on the orchids are that big. It's enormous, and I just think it's the most tropical, delicate looking flower. Love it. Now that is simple. That's what I'm looking for, something simple. And like I said, every couple days I'll take the flowers out, put fresh water in, and put the flowers back. And generally they last a long time. I don't like seeing those granules in the bottom of these with that plant food, so I just don't even use it. But oh yeah, I was going to put some of the eucalyptus in here. Let's do that. I'm going to take some of these leaves off so they don't cloudy up the water either. And we'll just put that right here. Add a little scent to the bedroom as well. What do you think about that? Is that too tall? Let's make it shorter. I wish you could smell this eucalyptus. Love it. I think I'm going to pick up all these little petals and make some potpourri. Just put them in a little dish until they lose their smell. That's kind of cute. There we go. That's not bad. Now I just have a big mess I have to clean up, but that's all right. I have two beautiful arrangements for the house, and that didn't take but just a few minutes. I don't have the timer on my camera to know how long that was. I'm going to guess 5 to 6 minutes, but we can all do this. It's just a matter of just stopping by the grocery and picking up a few flowers. This arrangement can go inside this. I don't know, it might be a little too busy, so I may leave it out. So I am glad that you joined me today, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will catch you up next week. I might be doing some cooking, not sure, or maybe go on a little road trip. So if you are not a subscriber, please tap that subscribe button, and I'll let you know when I post a new video. And I'm always on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram, and have a great week. Bye!